Hey, Steve here from Vegas West Side Shooters, and today we're doing a video on the AirTech Limb Saver for the Mosin Nagant 7.62 by 54 rifle. The reason I'm doing this video is I did an original video when we first got the Mosin Nagant, and we were all excited, took it out to the range, and this thing beat the hell out of my shoulder and gave me a nice bruise that I got to remember it by for a good week. This thing has an enormous punch to it. It's got a big, powerful round, and as you can see, it has zero in the way of recoil reduction. This is metal, and this is wood, and wood and metal do not cushion recoil at all. This was like being punched in the shoulder with a piece of metal on the end of a wood hammer. And you know, I shoot a lot of different rifles. I'm not super recoil sensitive. I have a couple of 12 gauge shotguns that I fire with high velocity ammo. I shoot my AK-47s without any issue. This thing was uncomfortable. So when I posted that video, I got a nice comment from somebody who watched the video who recommended the Limb Saver, and it turns out I found this at Walmart. It's around 20 bucks. I got the small to, actually it's a small to medium size, so excuse me, this is the small size, because I had measured the Mosin stock and it looked like it was going to fit on that. So I'm going to install this and let's see how it fits, and then after that we'll take it out to the range. So this is again the Limb Saver by AirTech. And it's, you can see here, sorry, before I put it on, it's real stretchy. This is real stretchy and thin, and it's got these little lines in here to grip. And then it has these three sort of shock absorbers there, and then you can see them kind of on the side there to absorb the recoil. So let's get this thing attached here. Let's make sure it fits, even though I measured it. You know, you don't want to get one that's too big, because it'll slip right off when you go to use it. It'll probably fit better. Yeah, it's going to fit better this way. Let's try it this way. Okay. Okay, and that actually fits very nicely. It's not loose, and it holds itself on. Those little lines inside that I showed you on the rubber, they create almost like a suction cup effect, and then the more, obviously the more surface area you have, the better. But this does not easily come off. I think you'd have to break the suction to get it off, so that's good. And I can tell already that definitely feels like there's going to be some nice padding there compared to that the wood and metal. So I'm pretty excited to take this out to the range and give it a whirl. So stick with us and let's see how it goes. Okay, we're out at the range with the Mosin Nagant. We've got the Limb Saver, basically a rubber pad that goes over the buttstock. And luckily the weather's cold, so we have a couple layers on. Let's see how we can deal with the recoil from this thing. Just as a reminder, this is the ammo that we're shooting. The left side is the Wolf bimetal 145, I think, grain, and the right is the Wolf military classic, which is I believe around 200 grains. And just for comparison's sake, that's a 223, standard 223. So you can see this thing is launching some cannonballs downrange out of a long barrel, which is why we're getting some pretty significant recoil. So Luke, you all loaded up?
Yep.
Okay, let's watch watch Luke shooting the Mosin Nagant with the 7.62 by 54 rimmed ammo, and see how it goes here with the Limb Saver. All right, range is hot. Woo! Ring and steel. target's 100 yards away, and it's a torso, steel torso. There you go. Nice! Iron sights at 100 yards, not that easy. Alright. One more, let's see. Alright, how'd that go with the Limb Saver?
A lot better.
A lot better. Okay, awesome. Okay, range is hot. Hold it steady. Okay, I'm back from the range, having fired off our Mosin Nagant 7.62 by 54 rimmed, and I have to say, with the addition of the Limb Saver, which I'm going to show you right here, with the addition of the Limb Saver, this rifle has now become a pleasure to shoot. So the previous trip to the range, where we had some stickiness with the bolt and with the just tremendous recoil out of this thing when you're just using the standard buttstock, I probably would never fire this rifle again. It just isn't my style rifle. But we did get a nice comment from somebody recommending that we look into that Limb Saver, which I found at Walmart for I think under 20 bucks. And then I of course took apart the rifle, and even though I had already cleaned the bolt, I cleaned it again and cleaned it and cleaned it and greased it, and it functioned pretty well. So I'm going to have to say I really enjoyed shooting this rifle today. We used a combination of the Wolf, which is the 148 grain full metal jacket with a bimetal case, and then we used the Wolf Military Classic, which was 203 grain soft point with steel cases. Obviously the 203 had a little bit more recoil. It was a little bit harder to aim accurately downstream, but I will tell you that both of them fired well. These are big hunks of metal flying at high speed. I absolutely think that if you wanted to use this rifle to knock somebody down at range, I can see how this was very, very effective in World War II and beyond. So I'm going to have to give the Mosin Nagant my thumbs up. I really enjoyed firing it with that Limb Saver, and if you have one and you're averse to strong recoil, then I would definitely recommend you pop over to Walmart and pick up one of those Limb Savers. This is the small size, but I'm sure the small / medium would fit. But this thing stayed on tight. It didn't loosen up at all, and it really improved the shootability of this rifle as far as I'm concerned. So hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like Mosin Nagants, then I highly recommend you pick up a Limb Saver. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.